The RAVENOL Dynamic Exchanger 2.0 was designed based on practical experience in the field of dynamic transmission oil changes. Before you start the dynamic transmission oil change process, you should check the condition of the vehicle as well as the transmission. This video gives you a brief overview of the basic functions of the RAVENOL Dynamic Exchanger 2.0. The vehicle in this video is a BMW 7 Series E65. The automatic transmission of this model has a fill level of 9 liters. For the dynamic exchange, you require at least 30% more oil. We therefore require a total of approximately 12 liters of ATF transmission fluid. The additional oil is required to flush out the transmission. To start the dynamic ATF transmission fluid exchange process, the ATF transmission fluid should have a minimum temperature of 20 degrees centigrade. This means that the flushing process can be efficiently and effectively carried out. Once the automatic transmission is warmed up, we connect the RAVENOL Dynamic Exchanger 2.0 to the automatic transmission's cooling system. The connection of the RAVENOL Dynamic Exchanger 2.0 to the cooling system can be individually selected by the mechanic. The device is able to produce a pressure of 10 bar, which is sufficient to push the oil through a thermostat, heavily soiled ATF fluid cooling devices, or blocked filters. Automatic transmissions which are equipped with a thermostat are the exception. In this case, the device must be connected in between the automatic transmission and the thermostat. Otherwise, the dynamic oil change process may not be carried out. After connecting the device, check that the direction of flow of the ATF transmission fluid is correct. Also, start the car's engine, and note the direction of flow of the ATF Professional Line 2 device in the sight glass. Air bubbles that are visible for a short time should flow in the direction indicated. The new device has a clear sight glass. The oil must flow from the vehicle to the device in the same direction as the arrow above the sight glass. Only this direction of flow through the device is correct. If the air bubbles move in the opposite direction, you must switch the vehicle's engine off and replace the inlet and the return on the 2 clutches. If the appliance is correctly connected, the maintenance works can be carried out. First of all, the transmission is flushed. In order to do this, connect the ATF Professional Line to the vehicle's power supply. This can be the car battery, for example. We activate the device with the switch which can be found on the back of the device. After a brief moment, a green light will illuminate, indicating that the device is ready to use. Following setup, the scales must be taired with the help of 2 empty canisters. Then, the data of the vehicle being serviced must be input, and the ATF fluid which has been used must be selected from the database. Place the full oil canister into the machine. In order to flush the transmission, the drain plug must be removed to drain the oil. Then replace the drain plug. Now replace the quantity of ATF fluid that you drained into the transmission. To do this, select the Procedure option in the device menu. Once again, ensure that the direction of flow is correct. Then select the Refill Oil procedure. add the required quantity of oil into the automatic transmission. In our case, this is 4 liters of oil. The device continuously displays information about oil flow. Then, we will start the flushing procedure. Set the desired flushing duration, which depends on the level of contamination of the transmission. Now, start the car's engine. Operate the brakes and shift through all of the possible gears. Pause in each gear for a few seconds. The car's wheels must not turn during this process. During the flushing process, the newly added ATF fluid will dissolve impurities in the transmission, and the device filter system will continuously filter it out. As a result, it is possible to ensure that impurities in the transmission are removed. The completion of the flushing process is indicated by the green indicator light on the device. Once the flushing process has been completed, a static oil change must be carried out. Switch the vehicle engine off and drain the old oil from the transmission. The next step is to change the ATF filters. If possible, we clean the oil basin and the magnets. The oil is injected into the transmission using a device which should be located in the oil basin. For the car in question, the quantity is 5 liters. In the appliance menu, we select the procedure Dynamic ATF Fluid Exchange. And indicate the quantity of ATF transmission fluid to be replaced. At the moment, old oil can be found in all of the components of the transmission. This can be dynamically replaced with the help of the device. In the same way as the flushing process, let's start the vehicle's engine, and then shift through all of the gears whilst keeping the brakes depressed. The device will stop automatically if the direction of flow has not been selected correctly. As soon as the preset quantity of oil has been fed in, the ATF Professional Line device will automatically end the dynamic oil change process. The ATF Professional Line is designed in such a way that it is not necessary to flush out the device's lines, and there is also no risk that clean oil will be mixed in with old oil in the filter system. After refilling the preset quantity of oil from the automatic transmission, the clear ATF fluid is visible in the sight glass. This means that the dynamic exchange is complete. If dirty oil is still visible in the clear hoses or sight glasses, the process must be repeated. All that remains is to check the oil level in line with the vehicle manufacturer's recommendations. The final step is to add oil using the Add Oil function. In addition, inject approximately 200 milliliters of new oil to compensate for any leakage when disconnecting. Disconnect the ATF Professional Line device. Now, all you need to do is to reconnect the automatic transmission's cooling system lines and carry out a test drive.